welcome to this episode of Retro Plymouth Gamers on the Road. This is the show that we bring you where we find little bits and pieces. We're out and about, scouring for retro games and various collectible paraphernalia. And in this time I found a little haul of bits and pieces which I want to show you, which I picked up recently. Yeah, it varies. It's mostly Nintendo Wii stuff that I've gone for this time because I think now's the right time to be buying into that. You know, a lot of the games are cheap and we haven't really got to a point in time yet where things are going to start massively disappearing, so it's all pretty much a guessing game, but how cheap they are, you know, it's no brainer picking up some of these games. So I will start with GT Pro Series, which I got in CEX. This was in the Exeter branch and I paid £1 for that. This game here has got the booklet with it, which is a little bit dog-eared, and it's got the disc as well. The disc is one of the later ones, which isn't the sort of etched on design, it's actually the coloured design, so they obviously reissued this game sometime after 2009 for it to have that disc. So yeah, £1, originally a launch game for the console. It's not considered to be that good, but I thought, you know, I haven't got it, so I add it to my collection. For 50p I bought Blazing Angels, the Squadrons of World War II. I think I've owned this game before on maybe the 360 or the original Xbox or something like that. It was a very late game for the original Xbox, then it got ported to 360, I think a PS3 version happened as well, and again a launch game for the Wii. If it wasn't launched, it was very early on in 2007, but I think it was actually one of the launch games for it. It was supposed to show what the Wii could do at the time, being able to handle Xbox games. But yeah, 50p for that, and that's got its booklet and a disc in there. None of the discs I bought are in great condition, but they're certainly playable and nothing I would worry about. The booklet's in very good condition for this one, as is the precautions booklet, so that's quite important to me, that is. Sticking with Ubisoft's games, I got a copy of Ghost Recon, which you don't often see this on the Wii because I don't think it sold that well, but it's not really the target audience for this sort of game on the console, but I think this is an exclusive venture. I think that this was, home console wise, was only on the Wii, and if there was another version of it, it was probably on the handheld like the PSP or something like that. But yeah, this game happened in 2010, so it's quite late for the Wii really. You can use the zapper with it, it's really remote, stuff like that. I think it's multiplayer as well, you know, co-op campaign. It's got the booklet in there, again, another nice bright shiny disc. Good value for money really for £1. Got Skate It, which is a you know, a spin-off of the main series of games that came out on 360 and PS3. Again, I think this particular version was exclusive to Nintendo formats when EA used to put effort into Nintendo conversions of stuff. Remember those times? Yeah, so this is a 2008 game. You use the balance board with it. It cost me £1. It's complete. It's got the booklet, precautions booklet, and your etched disc rather than your you know, your sort of nice colourful one. So yeah, it's the first edition. I don't think they ever made any more copies of that anyway. I think it might be quite rare one day. 50p I bought Bionicle Heroes, which this game was ported to everything at the time. It was on PS2, GameCube, Xbox 360, DS, GBA I think, and the Wii got in on the action I think as a launch game for the machine. The GameCube version didn't come out over here, so for a home console you have to go with the Wii version. It's not a bad game actually, to be honest. It's got a pretty funky tune when the character transforms into the super character. It's got the booklet with it, precautions booklet behind there as well. You know, grayscale disc there. We've got an early disc. 50p. It is what it is, isn't it? Got the World Wrestling Federation 2012. Yeah, I mean, any late Wii game is quite difficult to find these days, and yeah, this one doesn't crop up as much as say 2009 or 2008. Those are pretty easy to find on the Wii, but you know, this one here is relatively difficult to find because things start to wind down for the Wii by this point. So this is what, 2011 I think this came out. yeah, I think they supported these up to about 2013 on the Wii. But you've got your manual in there, again a bit dog-eared. A lot of these games that come from Game seem to have dog-eared manuals. They need to sort that out, I think. Got a nice disc in there as well, which matches all the cover art. And yeah, so 50p. It looks absolutely bollocks on the back, but I doubt I'll ever play it, to be honest, because I think I've got it on 360 as well, so there would be no point in subjecting myself to torture. Moving away from Wii, I got one retro game this week. I had to source this one, I think, on eBay. I've been hankering to play it for a little while now, again, and that's Duke Nukem 3D. This is a really, really good conversion on the console. I think it was done by a particular team. I can't remember what the hell they were called. Yeah, 3D Realms game, this one, and yeah, it was a really, really good conversion. It's up there with the 64 version, which is also a very, very accomplished conversion of the game. PS1 version, not so much. In fact, the Saturn version is actually better than the PS1 version, would you believe? For a console that can't do this. Right, so this is in the later style plastic boxes, which I actually prefer those over the horrible cardboard things. You've got your booklet in there. The booklet's a little bit dog-eared, but I can live with that. The disc's in good condition, and more importantly, the disc hasn't got any disc rot on it. So yeah, that's not going to cause me any problems in the meantime. So I'm quite pleased. Chuffed with that. I think I paid £13.50 for that all in, after much bartering. I think it started out at 17 quid. So I was quite lucky and pleased that I got it for £13.50. I think that's a good price for this game. This used to be a game back in the day that you could pick up for like 5 quid, but those days are well and truly gone. Now people do actually want this game. It sold quite well on the Saturn, so I can't really understand why it's raised so much, but this, Doom, Hexen, Quake, those are the games people seem to want, and now they're starting to raise in money. Exhumed is another example of that. So Lobotomy, I think they were called, did the conversion. Just so you know. So yeah, that's my little stack for this week. Nothing terribly exciting, but you know, that's under 20 quid's worth of games there, which is actually a bargain when you think about it, really. So yeah, I'm going to keep on with Saturn games for a little while. So you know, tune back next time and see what I've picked up. More interesting bits and pieces, and I'll see you on the next episode, or invariably see you on Retro Plymouth Gamers for a full episode covering a retro game. See you next time.